What happens when confidence, charm, and pure vibes collide in one man? You get Duke Dennis, streamer, entertainer, and the undisputed king of Rizz. From stopping parties cold to making girls forget they're on camera, his charisma isn't just noticeable, it's legendary. These aren't your everyday viral moments. They're the kind of clips that send group chats into a frenzy. Whether he's saying something slick or literally saying nothing at all, Duke somehow always steals the show. Here are 15 times Duke Dennis broke the internet with Rizz so powerful it left the world speechless. 1. The shotty almost flashed him in public. There are Rizz moments, and then there's this. Duke Dennis wasn't just charming a girl on the street. He was so smooth with it that the girl flat out said she'd flash him right there in public if the cameras weren't rolling. Y'all aren't recording? I will flash you, I'm 21. 2. The salon flirt that turned into a masterclass. Duke wasn't even supposed to be the focus when he tagged along to the salon with his streaming buddy agent. But when the hairstylist caught his eye, Duke flipped the script in the most casual, charismatic way possible. He asked about a retwist, but the conversation quickly shifted. The way he worked his charm, asking for her card, realizing her purse was right there, and casually securing her Instagram instead of just a phone number, it felt like a live tutorial on spontaneous game. Even Agent couldn't help but watch and learn. Duke wasn't trying hard, just floating on vibes, making it look too easy. 3. The submarine Rizz that made Kai Cenat's girl fold. When Kai needed help talking to a girl, who did he call? The Rizz God himself. Duke Dennis came through with one of the coldest lines ever delivered in a love confession. Something about a submarine and lost oxygen turned into a poetic moment that made the girl fold in real time. Kai repeated the line on stream. All this submarine talk got me thinking about how I lost you. I can't breathe without you. What's even crazier? The girl hit him back with, I miss you too. Can I come over? Just like that. Duke's advice didn't just work, it worked instantly. It wasn't just a dub. It was a cinematic level win that left the whole chat in disbelief. The stream invasion that made Kai's guests switch sides. It's one thing to help a friend, but it's a whole other level to accidentally steal the spotlight. During a Kai stream, Duke popped in to say hi, and immediately the female guest's energy shifted. She forgot her question mid-sentence, asked Duke if he had a girlfriend, and lit up like a Christmas tree once he said no. The chemistry was obvious, and Kai? He looked like he regretted the invite instantly, especially after she said, on stream, that's going to be my man. Once again, Duke didn't even try hard, just showed up and dominated. 5. The party appearance that turned into a fan frenzy. Duke walking into that party was like Drake pulling up to a college campus. From the jump, girls were gravitating to him, like it was a magnet pulling on hearts. One asked for his number before even saying her name. Another said she'd been waiting for him all night. Some girls tried to one-up each other just to keep his attention. It got to the point where Duke casually said he'd already met 15 girls that day and someone still wanted to go home with him. Every moment of it played out like the VIP section of a Duke Dennis fan club. 6. The Vail ski instructor who wouldn't let go. Sometimes Duke doesn't even have to initiate, like at this party when one girl, Megan, was bold enough to shoot her shot. She invited him to Vail, said she needed ski lessons, and even got a picture with him on the spot. She practically latched on mid-convo. Duke didn't have to ask for her number. She was already setting up their second meeting. When someone's presence speaks louder than pickup lines, that's unspoken Rizz in full effect. The moment felt less like a meet cute and more like a scene out of a reality show where the contestant had already chosen her winner. Megan wasn't nervous. She was determined, like she knew exactly who Duke was and came with a mission. Even when Duke kept it cool and casual, she stayed locked in, making sure he remembered her name and face. It was the kind of interaction that had everyone watching like, did she just bag herself into his schedule? The craziest part? Duke never even broke a sweat, just nodded, smiled, and let it all unfold like it was meant to. 7. The silent game that left Kai speechless. Words, overrated. During a stream with Kai, Duke gave a real-time demonstration of what people now call unspoken Rizz. No flirting, no lines, just eye contact and body language. The girl responded like he'd recited Shakespeare. All Duke did was exist, and she was hooked. When asked about her plans, she casually said, "Let me know when you outside." No hesitation. The fact that Duke said nothing and still pulled it off might be the most jaw-dropping part. 8. Deshae's party disaster. Deshae Frost made the mistake of introducing Duke to a girl he liked. Rookie move. In no time, she and Duke were complimenting each other like they'd been flirting for weeks. "You look good. You smell good," she said. Duke responded in kind without skipping a beat. Deshae was left on the sidelines, watching it all unfold. His reaction? The face of every guy who realized too late that he brought the wrong friend to the function. 9. Deshae's sister and the wild dream. Even off-screen, Duke's Rizz haunts people. In a clip that went viral, Deshae's sister couldn't even finish talking about a dream she had involving Duke Dennis. The details, too spicy for live TV, she cracked up halfway through, just trying to describe it. Safe to say, Duke's charm even works in REM sleep. When someone makes that kind of impression without even being present, the legend only grows. 10. The call that flipped the power dynamic. For once, Duke wasn't in the driver's seat. On stream, he called one of his usuals, expecting to run the game, but she had other plans. She hit him with a birthday wish, caught him smiling, and then dropped an energy so strong that Duke had to admit, "I wasn't familiar with your game." That line alone says it all. If someone can flip Duke Dennis mid-call, that's a plot twist nobody expected. Even the Rizz God can get rizzed up. 11. The NYPD cosign. When the NYPD recognizes you, that's how you know you're beyond internet famous. As Duke cruised through the city, a cop literally stopped traffic just to say what's up. "Wasn't expecting you over here," the officer said. "You're welcome." That wasn't just a shout-out. That was a celebrity nod from someone who's probably seen it all. Not many streamers get stopped by police for fanboying. 12th beach party chaos and the 21-year-old bombshell. At a beach party, it didn't take long before the fans came swarming. One girl straight up told Duke on camera, "I'd expletive the stills out of you." Wait, no, before realizing how wild that sounded, but it was too late. The internet had already clipped it. Another jumped out of a moving van just to get a picture with him. Fans were screaming, professing love, and recording every second like they were meeting a Marvel superhero. 13. The sideline boyfriends. On one stream, two girls with their boyfriends in tow walked by Duke, and the second they recognized him, it was like those relationships didn't exist. They complimented his bling, asked about his grill, and even admitted they didn't care about their boyfriends. "We'll find our way back to them," they said, with zero remorse. Duke tried to bring the boyfriends into the convo, but it was already game over. 14. The Dream Stream girl who lit up at his name. During a live stream with a female guest, someone in the chat asked about Duke Dennis. Just the mention of his name made her blush. "Get Duke Dennis. You know him?" she asked. The energy changed instantly. Then Duke entered the chat, pretending to be just a viewer. He asked for her name, and she gave it, without hesitation, right there in front of Deshae. The Rizz unmatched. The awkwardness maximum. 15. The "let me see your tongue" moment. It was supposed to be just casual banter between Duke and Mike's girlfriend, but the second Mike walked away, the vibe changed. She was complimenting Duke's shoes, talking about cherries on her nose, and asking him to show some tongue work. Mike shut it down fast, cut her off mid-sentence. It could have gone anywhere. That's how fast Duke Dennis flips a room without even trying. From silent stares to stolen streams, Duke Dennis has done more with a glance than most do with a 5-minute monologue. Whether it's a casual party, a beach crowd, or just scrolling through his DMs, his charisma continues to break the internet, moment after moment. These aren't just viral clips. They're case studies in confidence, timing, and knowing how to move without forcing a thing. If there's a Mount Rushmore of Rizz, Duke's face is already carved in stone. And based on the way the internet keeps reacting, this is just the beginning. Like what you saw, Drop a like, share this with someone who needs a Duke Dennis masterclass, and don't forget to subscribe for more insane stories just like this. The Rizz God's reign is far from over.